Hi guys and gals, and welcome back to another No Game video. Today's video is dedicated to free Twilight Crystals and changes being made to Gran Coliseum. So let's jump right into it. First things first, they are giving us a free 100 Twilight Crystals for posting 100 posts on their socials. It doesn't matter if it all equals 100 posts within all of their socials. We're gonna get 100 free Twilight Crystals, and I can tell you what, I've already achieved that. There is currently 191 comments, 191 posts on this Twitter page by itself. I'm pretty sure Facebook and all the other socials are doing fantastic. So we're going to be getting a 100 free Twilight Crystals coming in the next couple of days. I think it's 6 days, so we still, we got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So, we're on day 6. Tomorrow's gonna be day 5. Super awesome. Free 100 Twilight Crystals incoming. So let's jump right into the next biggest thing, and that's going to be changes to Gran Coliseum. So if you go to menu, within menu, we're going to go to notice, and really quick, I just want to cover, Fenrir is up. So if you want to do Fenrir, go ahead and go for it. Pretty great, just for getting Twilight Crystals. He's not like the craziest nightmare, but at the same time, it's like a free nightmare at the same time. So why would you say no? Why would you say no? So we already know the entry periods. Just know that preliminaries is going to occur from October 10th to the 16th. This is going to be deciding where you place in the rankings for Gran Coliseum. Just note that the finals are icing on the cake. It is extra. It doesn't really do anything for you other than the fact that you get to have essentially play in Coliseum for an extra day, or you get, an extra 30 Twilight Crystals. A little bit of extra rewards, but for the most part, finals isn't really that much of a big deal, right? And the next thing that they're going to be adding is changes to the skirmish system. So every single time you defeat a ship now, you get a bonus to your life force, or your bonus to your Gran Coliseum points. This only applies to Gran Coliseum. As far as I'm aware, this does not apply to normal Coliseum, alright? So depending on how many times you skirmish, let's say it's 1 and you're in League 1, you get 5,000 points. But let's say you're all the way in League 1 and you skirmish someone 25 times, so you ship them 25 times, then you get an extra 250,000 points on top of your current score plus the win bonus, right? So your life force plus your win bonus plus your skirmish bonus will be your total grand points. So this will help everyone pretty much get higher points if they're completely stomping a guild, right? This is all in an effort to avoid, the issues that were happening in the previous Gran Coliseum. And I think this is a welcome change. And you know what? Good job, Pokolabo, for addressing it and doing something about it. Gran Coliseum Medal Exchange. They added some new things. We already know that Snow White is going to be appearing, right? We already know about that. So if you're wondering, Snow White is an amazing half nightmare. And the thing that makes her so special is she looks amazing. Like, she looks super cool. And I have to say her design is like just pretty perfect as far as everything goes. Now, one thing to note is she does provide 500 physical defense. Everyone could use that. But for the most part, she only, excels in bows or ranged weapons. So it's not really something that you're going to strive for because, you have to have it as a ranged user. Honestly, I'm just going to get her for waifu purposes because why not? She's only like 70 or 80 Gran Colo medals. And to me, she's only 50, right? She's only 50 and her Arcana is 75. So, not too much to lose there. You get a waifu. Next biggest things they're adding is the Harp of Violence and the text or the Scholarly Book of Curiosity. So they have different names on the patch notes. Just note that these are the 2 weapons that we're going to be getting. And if you're curious, these instruments and, tomes, they're only 40, right? They're only 40. And it's absolutely amazing that they're only 40 because these can be easily max limit broken. And of course, they synergize with the Ugalu and UFO comps that most guilds are running because most of the, fantastic instruments or fantastic books like Sinner's Manuscript can benefit from this. So this is absolutely amazing. More mono red for your supports. I like it. Max limit break stats, because it's going to be easy to achieve because a lot of people have been holding Gran Coliseum medals, is going to be 5,534. But most of all, this book has 1,108 magical defense. That's actually kind of high for a book. At MLB, of course, it's not that high, but for the most part, it's pretty high for an instrument. My bad. So this instrument has magical defense 1 and 2 allies, and increase, has support boon 1. you know what, it's serviceable and I think it's fantastic, and you probably have to get it as a free-to-play. It's so easy to get. Definitely get one and MLB it as soon as possible. Textbook of Inquisition, 5,386 at MLB, 1,994 magical attack, reduces magical attack 1 to 2 enemies, support boon 1. You can't go wrong with this book. These are both welcome additions to, you know, all of our minstrels and to all of the Sorks. Fantastic. I'm so happy for you guys, and it's so well deserved. Next thing that's going to be adding is the White Bow of Justice. Just note that this one costs roughly 70, you know, Gran Colo medals. If it's worth it, it's up to you. You know, it gets up to 6,286 stats. That's pretty high for, you know, 70 cost like weapon, or 70 Gran Colo medal cost weapon. But for the most part, it's cost 19, so it's kind of expensive to put on your grid. So it's a bit questionable whether you should use it or not, because cost is very valuable. At the same time, it does provide significant stats, and it's a pretty good like weapon to have in your roster. I feel like the highlights of this news is, you know, the free Twilight crystals that we're going to be getting, and most of all, you know, the harp and the tome that is coming. And that's it mostly for, you know, today's, you know, coverage of Sinnoh. Fenrir is here if you want to do it, and for the most part, you know, good luck to you on your summons for Sleeping Beauty. And if you bought some Twilight crystals, thank you so much for supporting the game. That's it for this video. You know, like, comment, subscribe, follow me on Twitch, follow me on Twitter, and I will see you in the next one.